Welcome to Angelic Tarot 123. This is Steven.
Hi, I'm Kat.
And I'm going to give you an Angelic Tarot reading. It consists of what's inside your mind, what's outside your body, and then there's a little bit of an angelic guide right at the end. So, without further ado, you're a little tired, and that happens. When you put so much effort into just about anything, it can wear you out, and that's a fact of life. Everybody needs rest, and sometimes we try to go beyond our means. I do it all the time. I push myself until I'm stupid or sick. It doesn't matter which comes first. I don't know how to turn off, so I understand that you're weary. This is a collective read. This isn't my read. I've had plenty of rest, too much actually. This is going to give you a sense of maintaining justice, so you're not crabby after getting your nap. There's going to be some clarity in your life that this is a major thing. I don't know if you realize it's in your life now, but it is a life-turning event that's already happened. So justice is being brought to you. The scales are being balanced. There's no imbalance of the scales here, and this is what's going on in your mind. And that's going to allow you to expand on some big old money trouble. The more you have, the more you serve. So there it is. I've never met anyone who had tons of money that didn't have to manage it. So there's some money management going on, and that's a fact of life. Another major event is coming. So you need to be strong with this. These cards wanted to come out. I couldn't shuffle them enough. I couldn't flop them around enough. It's the same cards I've been pulling. So this collective read is telling you to be strong. You're an influence, and there is also an inner strength that you have that is showing some type of feedback is coming towards you. I mean, period.com, like Wadey said, that woman is showing how badass she is by putting her apple into the lion's mouth. So that's definitely Eve. More than likely, she's just shoving stuff in that beast's mouth because she can. It's straight fire. Sometimes you got to do stuff that other people can't to prove to yourself that you're worth the grain of your salt. And this will give you an even better maintenance of another idea to take place. So you have this strength that's going to allow you to have new ideas coming to you. Now, this could even be an outside strength, but I doubt that. I see the outside world as the lion, and the current is infinity. So you have this strength that's being shown to you because the outside world can be a little bit of a bear. And I smell a cat fart. Those cats must be, I saw that big cat. He eats a lot. So there he is. You got a Knight of Wands. It's going to bring you some really good ideas that will allow you to maintain this transformation. You get to maintain a transformation. So there is an ending that is coming, and I promise you, no matter how bad it might seem, it's for the best. Whew. That must be his mom. Good Lord. Mm-hmm. If y'all had smellograms over here, I almost have to end the video. So, good God, this will give you lots of horses out here. Lots of horses. So this once again is going to put a new emotional outlook into your life, and this is an angel message. This third row is the emotional outlook of your angelic interface. I do believe in angels, and I don't believe in almost like aliens and angels are the exact same thing. They operate on an etherical density. So if you can imagine there's an alien out there, you can surely imagine that some of them are multidimensional entities or beings that have technology or even molecular bases that are beyond our wildest imagination. So it'd be foolish to rule it out that all angels are actually etherical creatures. Who is that? Oh, hey, big guy. He's like, you were smelling this fart because I was right behind you. It will let him lay here while I finish. He's kind of a rub machine. You ever stroke the furry wall?
Ew.
This is the furry wall.
Oh
See?
my god.
This is stroke. Yeah, you never saw that movie, Get Him to the Greek? They smoke the Jeffrey and they're like, stroke the furry wall so they can come down. It makes them feel better.
I know, you saw the hair.
Oh, yeah. So, don't let her hurt your feelings. You can't help it the way you are. He's being hair shamed on national television. So, he's like, I'm out of here. They're using me for props. Good Lord. Here's he using us for props. So that's going to give you a maintenance of the Page of Pentacles. So you're an emotional angel message. This emotion you're going through is going to give you a foundation of money to put into the world and plant that seed that this money is going to make you some money. You got to have money to make money, or you go get a job, and you all know what that means, right? J-O-B. Leave it in the comments if you know what J-O-B means. And I'm not going to say that other thing because you know what? I feel like you're forced to say it. So the defiance in us says, we don't give a shit. And that's going to bring you even more money. So this angel message is your idea and your implementation on how you perceive with your emotional basis is going to thrust you some cash back. And not like what's in your wallet, Capital One. You know, they didn't pay for the plug. But more like, you know, Walmart One Card. And maybe not. It might be six figures. You know, that's up for you to decide. Like I said, I don't. When I start, I don't stop. You can't turn off Vishnu. So that might be the same for you. I don't know. I know there are a lot of people that are seen as stubborn, but they just see their completion in the task at hand. And there's nothing wrong with that. For the yes or no end of this question is the Empress. So that's a big fat yes. Okay, so you kind of have like a goddess that's of the earth and of this etherical interface that I keep talking about, sort of overseeing the same thing. Don't sell yourself short to believe that your time frame matches hers. Because I promise you it doesn't. It's the difference of dog years and human years. You know, if a dog has to wait on lunch the same way humans do, 3 or 4 days must pass by in their physiology. So you couldn't begin to understand how time flows when there isn't any to flow. It's a very intrinsical. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. An intrinsic concept. I have a very old deck of Crowley cards. It was the first thing I ever got for her. We had no idea tarot was going to be like, you know, it was just a game. I went to this magic shop and bought it, and the place closed down 3 days afterwards, and they never opened back up. The lady's mother had to be taken care of, and she went to California. But we got like one of the last deck of cards from her, and I a lot of times I don't use them because they're a little graphic as far as, you know, boobs popping out Beyonce style all over the place. But let's get one run with them and see if I can get it there. If you're expecting something amazing, now's your chance to turn it, because I've never used these cards before. So you will have a 6 of Spheres. So after the chaos is over, your idea is going to grow you a little bit of recognition coming back to you. You're going to be able to see it. You're going to be able to see it, and there might be some stories told over you. Like the goat's holding the tiara or the golden necklace, but you see she's reading the book. That's the real wealth, is the knowledge of the incident itself. So being a part of it is really everything. Now you've created this. Remember, creation, maintenance, destruction is how we do Angelic Tarot 1, 2, 3. The creation of earth, wind, fire, and water. You see the triangles there, all representing that. Is gonna lift your spirit, I imagine. Wow, more spheres. So that is going to, and in line too. That was the number 4. I think I said it was a 6, but the truth is it was a 4 of spheres. And then the 5 of spheres. So you see it's the banishment of lesser evil. And you see all these people around these different elements and phases. You got fire over there, and then the moon, and then the waxing moon, and then the eclipse. And then, of course, I don't have any idea what the square stands for except the button on the PlayStation controller. But but they're hard at it. So all these people might be on the outside, and this card is an ode to Baal. I do believe, which is like ancient Jewish mysticism. No hate. I really think it's cool. He's got the Ankh in his hand and the goddess on his mind. So maybe strive for putting a little more of the god and goddess. I'm not saying worship Baal. I am saying that all things are transceivable. So the same God that was Allah is Baal to us. He was also Krishna. Krishna talks about it quite a bit. You know, he loves playing different gods. They all do. It's the same energy. God is
11.
a multi-form. 11 on the timer. I mean, you can't begin to understand what it must be like being a multi-dimensional entity, one the size of an entire universe, right? Or am I just talking to a blank screen here? Wow, more spheres. I just keep shuffling this up. So 4, 5, and 6 of spheres. This is getting crazy. So you got 6 spheres. So now all this attention is creating a magic circle. I'm not going to say these Crowley cards are to do with money, because I don't think money was everything to Crowley. I believe transcendence and what's the Saint Germain alchemy? The Saint Germain word. Alchemy is what really mattered to Crowley. And you see here, he's not alone. So you have God in the background. That's why it's shown as a man and a woman. And that would be the god of chaos from this perspective, because Aleister Crowley saw chaos as the ultimate form of transcendence, unavoidable. But so 4, 5, 6, you have the 6 of spheres, and that means that you're transcending your current state of consciousness. Is transcending. Your consciousness is growing like a 3-dimensional perspective-based person's money would be. Okay.
I
No.
have to say. That was the 8 of
These
spheres.
cards are feeling unshuffled, and I just keep doing this. I'm gonna pull it out from the middle here for it, okay? Bang! The Queen of Cups. So you have a really strong emotion inside of you that's governed by your feminine side. And that's good. That means you're taking it easy. Don't add any type of emperor or masculine energy to this situation, because it is inside you. It is on its way to you. So this yin yang peace and serenity can only be jolted by unconsciousness. And a lot of times male energy can be very unconscious. It pushes right through things. The consequences, don't matter. You know what I mean? So what matters is the end result, which is just another result to the next stage of there is no end result. You know, it's constantly consuming. Hopeless and devour. Tool song. That means you have a huge stream of unconsciousness that you have before you. And this is mass unconsciousness. You see, with the Aleister Crowley card, those people inside those spheres, they're unconscious. Hell, the card that it represents connected to is right here. So see, they're unconscious in their story time and in the Maya.
Yeah.
And then there they are. And see, they're unconscious together until their unconsciousness separates them, but they're still unconscious. They're still trapped within the sphere. So what that means with the Devil card is that You have to get past this unconsciousness to rise above the shadow, to rise above the illusory self. That's why it's the thinnest part of the card. You almost can't see it. You have to get past this unconsciousness, and then you will get these wings that'll take you higher than you've ever imagined going. So that's what you need. That's when the Queen of Cups shows up today. That's what you need to focus on. Don't add the masculine energy. Just remember, there is forgiveness in knowing others are unconscious. You don't have a choice, or you're unconscious too. That's why Jesus said, thank you. That's why Jesus said, forgive them, for they know not what they do. That's what he meant. You have to forgive these states of unconsciousness, because if not, you get raveled up right inside of them. And then this is going to give you a 6 of Cups. It's going to bring you tons of pleasure. Okay? The avoidance of the unconsciousness is going to bring you, literally, we'll just cover her no goodsies up right there. It's going to bring you pleasure. And then your cups are going to be running over. You see, you're going to think, oh my God, this is the finish line. This is my reward. This is what I get. This is, oh God, it's pleasure, it's pleasure, it's pleasure. But remember, all things, mating, eating, defending, and sleeping, are taking your meds. Any overabundance of any medication is on its way to being unconscious. Don't ever forget that. Unconsciousness is too much consumption of anything. I don't care if it's McDonald's cheeseburgers to kissing on your cat too much. It's unhealthy. You have to break away a pattern that allows you to moderate, and in moderation is the key to everything. You know, big words from somebody that just said they didn't know how to turn off, right? And then this is going to create a total completion. Once again, this is the same card that was down at the first card I laid. This 10 of Swords is going to give you a completion. But what are you completing? You're completing this unconscious war that there's good and evil in the world, but it's only inside of you. Isn't that something? There's no good or evil in the world. It has to be projected by you. You see all the swords breaking the cross in half? But Jesus isn't upside down. He was ready for that ride. And you see Isis? She's keeping it even. It's this war in your mind that precedes you. And it comes out in all the things you do and say. I see it all the time with people. You can't escape who you are. And let me give you one of the greatest secrets of all time. The same way you do one thing, you do everything. A lot of people don't know that. I'm not going to make you wait till you remember to let you know. The same way you do everything is the same way you do one thing. Everything you do is done in the same flavor. Just like your thumbprint. So if you're slack ass on this subject, you're only tricking yourself if you think you're not slack ass on something else. And if you're communicative on one thing and you think you don't know how to communicate on another, trust me, it's an illusion. The same way you do one thing is how you do everything. And knowing that really helps sum up a lot of patterns in the personality and personal perspective that I faced as a human being, to see that, sometimes you got to hang back, and sometimes you got to be a bull with the horns. But it's for you to decide, not for anyone else. They wouldn't call them mistakes if the world got to choose how you made them. You made them by yourself. You see what I mean? So bam, this is going to allow you to maintain, I didn't even look at the card. It's going to allow you to maintain a Page of Swords. So it's going to give you an idea. But you got to remember, every one of these swords are double-bladed. So if you swing, you will get cut. I like to say, only devils speak of devils. And I don't care if that makes me one. It's worth it just to be able to spread that message across the world. Only good speaks of good. Only love speaks of love. Only light speaks of light. And this is going to give you a really, really massive understanding. See, remember what I said about nature? Oh, good. Let me cover up her bird nibbles. This this is going to give you a massive understanding about the truth beyond all truths. That there are other worlds than these, but they are inside this world. My favorite example is heaven. When you die, do you think you're going to go to a place? No, you're going to stay right here. No one leaves. No one. I mean, I can't tell you how far up the evolutionary ladder you have to go in the real world, the etherical world, before you get to leave planet Earth. It's not going to happen because this is paradise in this corner of the cosmos. But it's only paradise if you make it paradise. You cannot make it paradise. And that's a human habit. Oh, I can't. I already went through 3 rows. So another yes or no question with the Crowley cards. Prince of Spheres. Excuse me. I guess it would be the Nine of Spheres. And that's a big fat yes. You see? It's almost like Shiva wearing the Vasuki trophy across his neck. This man sits on the bull. Not to kill the bull, but he's taming the bull. You see the transcendence. Remember, these aren't your weighty tarot cards. This isn't about money. This is about transcendence. So, you with the mind of the Sphinx is on top of the bull, and the bull's cool. The bull's like, yeah, man, I'm ready to go anytime you want. But for now, just look at that transcendence. It's got some really cool patterns. And it's like it's Tesseract. Every one of their spheres are Tesseract. You see it. Anyway, that's a yes also. So, and that was your Crowley message. So, angels and demons is going to be angelic demonic tarot. 1, 2, 3. We appreciate your time. Have a blessed day.